Your cat isn't just being calm when they suddenly become quiet. They're trying to tell you something. Most people assume silence means peace, that everything is fine, that their cat is simply resting or minding their own business. But sometimes, quiet is not comfort. Sometimes, quiet is communication. And what your cat is really feeling in those silent moments might surprise you. Because when a cat changes its voice, it usually means something inside them has changed first. The first thing to notice is the difference between natural quiet and unusual quiet. Every cat has a normal rhythm, a pattern of sounds, little meows in the morning, soft purring when you sit down, small noises that fill the background of your daily life. You may not pay attention to them consciously, but your brain learns their language over time. So when those familiar sounds suddenly disappear, your mind feels it before you fully understand it. That silence creates a strange space in the room, a subtle absence. Your cat isn't louder or more dramatic when something feels off. They become still, watchful, quiet in a way that feels different. And that's not the most important part, because the reason behind the silence often starts with emotion, not behavior. Sometimes your cat becomes quiet because they are observing you more closely than usual. Cats are natural watchers. They study movement, they read body language, they sense mood changes long before words are spoken. When your energy shifts, when you feel stressed, tired, distracted, or sad, your cat notices immediately. They may stop meowing, stop asking for attention, stop interrupting your routine. Instead, they watch. Not from fear, from awareness. Your cat is trying to understand what's happening to you. And here's where it gets deeper. Quietness can be your cat's way of giving you space. Behave when you're overwhelmed. When your voice sounds heavier than usual. When your movements become slower or tense, your cat may approach more gently or stay nearby without making noise. They're adjusting their behavior to match your emotional state. It's a form of empathy most people never recognize. Your cat is not withdrawing. They are respecting your emotional boundary. Most people miss this next one. Sometimes, your cat becomes quiet because they feel uncertain. Not scared, not angry, just unsure. Cats rely on routine to feel safe. They expect the same sounds, the same smells, the same daily rhythm. So when something changes, a new schedule, a new person, a new smell in the home, your cat notices immediately. But instead of reacting loudly, they often respond with silence. They move more slowly. They listen more carefully. They speak less. That quiet behavior is their way of gathering information. They are asking a silent question. Is this safe? Is everything still the same? And here's the part that many owners overlook. Your cat may become quiet because they are protecting themselves emotionally. Yes, emotionally. Cats forge strong attachments to the people they trust. They rely on your presence as a source of safety and stability. But when they sense tension, unpredictability, or emotional distance, they may hold back. They stop calling out, stop demanding attention, stop making themselves vulnerable. Not because they don't love you, because they don't feel completely secure in that moment. Silence becomes a shield, a way to stay close without risking rejection. But that's still not the deepest reason. There is another kind of quiet that carries a different message entirely. A quiet that feels heavier, more noticeable, more personal, and it often appears when your cat is not feeling well. Cats are masters at hiding discomfort. In the wild, showing weakness makes them vulnerable. So instead of crying out, they do the opposite. They withdraw into silence. They move less. They rest more. They stop using their voice. It's not dramatic. It's subtle. You might just notice that the house feels quieter than usual, that your cat hasn't meowed all day, that their presence feels distant, even when they're nearby. And here's where it becomes important. If your cat suddenly becomes quiet and stays that way, don't ignore it. Especially if the silence is paired with small changes, less appetite, less play, more hiding, slower movement. These are not random details. They are signals. Your cat is communicating the only way they know how. Through absence, through stillness, through quiet. But there's one more meaning behind silence that few people ever consider. Sometimes your cat becomes quiet because they trust you completely. They don't need to call out. They don't need to demand attention. They feel secure simply being near you. You might notice them sitting quietly in the same room, watching you work, resting beside you without making a sound. That silence is not emptiness. It's comfort. Your cat feels safe enough to exist without constant reassurance. And here is the final truth. The meaning of your cat's quietness is not found in the silence itself. It's found in the change. Cats speak through patterns, through repetition, through routine. So when their voice disappears suddenly, they are telling you something has shifted, emotionally, environmentally, physically. Your job is not to panic. Your job is to notice. To ask yourself simple questions. Has their routine changed? Has your mood changed? Has their energy changed? Because your cat is always communicating, even when they make no sound at all. And the next time your home feels unusually quiet, take a moment to look at them. Not just with your eyes, but with your attention. Notice their posture, their breathing, their distance from you. Because to your cat, silence was never just silence. It was a message waiting for you to listen.